spend 10% of its budget this year on the migrant crisis, $180 million. That's what the mayor told City Council today as the city prepares to move hundreds of migrants out of a street encampment and into shelter tomorrow. Here's Mark Salinger.
The corner of Spear and Zuna is no place for a family.
Yo tengo mi nieta de 7 años, dormimos en las carpas. Y es triste porque no podemos dormir porque el frío nos agobia demasiado.
Nairith made it to Denver after months of traveling from Venezuela. Her grandchildren are 6 months and 7 years old.
De Venezuela.
In between coughing, Camila tells us she's been sick all the time and her family doesn't have the money to buy her the medicine she needs.
Tiene mucha tos, se le presenta fiebre.
Tonight might be the last night the family of 10 spends living in the cold. Tomorrow morning, Denver police will come through and clear the camp. The city has made space for 320 of the migrants living here to move into shelters. They'll be allowed to stay there for 30 days, with the hope of moving into permanent housing after.
No es nada concreto, porque no sabemos a qué parte nos van a llevar, pues. Pero un techo que nos dé es una bendición.
Out here, it's clear Denver has a problem.
This challenge is far larger than we've ever seen it before, and the scale can feel overwhelming.
Inside City Council, the mayor is sounding an alarm on how much this crisis will cost.
Our budget right now for 2024 at this capacity would be about $180 million for 2024. You can do the math in your head, but that's about 10 to 15% of the entire general fund budget for 2024.
Democratic Mayor Mike Johnston put around $50 million towards solving homelessness last year. The migrant crisis could cost more than 3 times that amount this year.
That would be a very, very painful conversation about budget options if we had to figure that out.
Tengo demasiado miedo porque no sé qué va a pasar con mi nieta.
In a battle between a city wanting to be welcoming and a city's bottom line, the future is not clear.
Nunca pensamos que íbamos a pasar todo esto.
City of Denver says it has enough space that everyone at that camp will be given shelter tomorrow when it's swept. They'll be allowed to stay for 30 days, though it's not clear what happens after. The city says it's hopeful that people will be able to find housing before those 30 days are up. New arrivals, though, still get kicked out of those other migrant shelters 14 days, Kyle, after they arrive if they're not traveling with kids.
One thing that makes getting migrants into shelter a bit easier than getting some of the homeless population into shelters is the fact that they're often more eligible to get into and hold on to apartments.
Landlords are more willing to rent to them. The city of Denver is trying to help by saying, if you have a job, if you're a migrant who has a job, we will pay your first month's rent. If you don't have a job, the city of Denver is committing to paying for the first 3 months' rent. Talk about where's all this money going. That's part of it.
Mark, thank you. For the first time.